Well, hello, welcome. Glad that you're with us as we continue our chronological read through of the Bible. Today we're going to continue with our readings from Isaiah. Chapter 31 actually continues the warning that God has given Judah about fleeing to Egypt. Egypt remains a powerful nation, and it would appear logical that you could find some safety there. But Yahweh makes clear that safety is found only in Him. After all, those in Egypt are only people. They're not gods, and God is God. The Assyrians who pursue Judah, they will fall, not to the sword of man, but to the sword of God. Chapter 32 then speaks of a king who will yet come, who will reign in righteousness and rule in justice. The king will open the eyes and the ears of God's people, eyes and ears that you may remember from yesterday that have been closed because of their persistent disobedience. This promised king is the Messiah. Those who reject the Messiah will be laid low, but those who hear the Messiah will be given hearts that understand, hearts that know. Isaiah then prophesies to the women, really the same thing that he had just got done prophesying, for all need to turn, all need to repent of their ways. Now, chapters 33 to 35, they serve as a hinge in the book of Isaiah. They're kind of a turning point. Chapters 31 and 32 focused on the travails of Zion, of Jerusalem, on its sins, its punishment, its salvation, its relation to the other nations. The balance of Isaiah now is going to speak of Zion, but in a different way. Um, Actually, I made a little bit of mistake there. I don't believe I meant chapters 31 to 32. I think I meant the first 32 chapters of of Isaiah speak in this way of Zion, of Jerusalem. But Isaiah now is going to speak of Jerusalem in a different way. He's going to personify the city as a woman, and eventually he's going to move beyond the threat of the Assyrian Empire to the reign of the Babylonians and the Persian King Cyrus, both of whom are going to play pivotal roles in God's dealing with Judah. Remember the way this is going to work, that basically the Assyrians are going to threaten Jerusalem, but God's going to defeat them without Jerusalem even raising a hand. Eventually, the Babylonians will come in and, and will destroy Jerusalem and take the people off into captivity. And then the Persian king, King Cyrus, will basically the successor to the Babylonians, will then allow the people of Judah to return. God will work through him to return his people back to Jerusalem. Okay, so chapter 33 begins by speaking to Assyria. So God is in this case speaking to Assyria. They are the destroyer who will be destroyed. Yahweh says, I raised you up to do my will, to punish my people, but you became overly zealous and greedy. Though Yahweh had given Israel, the northern kingdom, to Assyria, he had not given her Judah and Jerusalem, yet she attacked anyway. Not only now does Assyria suffer a grievous defeat at God's hand for such an act, but she will be utterly destroyed. God allows his people to be disciplined, in other words, the northern kingdom, but he guards and protects them from the ferocity, actually with the ferocity of a mother bear, when those who carry out his discipline become overzealous and heap needless evil on them. Chapter 34 tells of Yahweh's judgment on all the nations. It's reminiscent of Revelation, the destruction and the death that Revelation foretells. God's judgment is sure, but just as sure is the salvation of all of those whose names are written. Here it's called in the book of the Lord, something we also know of as the book of life from Revelation. Again, may God be with you and bless you. I pray that you are learning, that you're growing, that our time together is helpful. I look forward to gathering together with you again the next time.